Howdy everyone!
Hello guys.
We're moving on to Tomb Raider 2 now.
Yep.
And we're obviously going to start off in Lara's home, aren't we?
Yep.
Much improved over the first game.
Yeah. You can go outside, which is a huge plus. There was that creepy Butler. This is obstacle course, which is quite fun. And I kind of messed it up a couple of times, so I'll go back to the start. In Tomb Raider 2, it's actually...
screwed it over!
Yeah, I completely screwed up. I've done this twice. It's not just once. I've done it the second time as well, as you're about to see. So, yeah.
Okay, when do you... What?
See, I screwed up the second time. I forgot to jump.
Did you forget to jump, or did you press the jump button and it just decided not to
No,
respond?
I forgot to jump.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's the creepy Butler that you can lock in the fridge.
Yeah, you can do that in the third game as well. And the third game is actually better because you can shoot the crap out of him.
Oh, the third game's awesome as well, because I think you can lock him in the attic or something.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Or you can lock him in the house, you can stay outside. Or you can lock him outside of the house and just stay inside.
That's yeah.
Or you can lock him in Lara's bedroom cabinet.
Butler abuse.
More abusive in the third game where you can shoot the crap out of him.
Yeah, surprised.
Yeah.
Poor old ain't killed or had a heart attack or something.
Yeah, I know. So this is the obstacle course. And the idea of this is that you can go through it and try to beat your best time. In Tomb Raider 3, you can take penalties if you make a mistake. In Tomb Raider 2, if you make one mistake, you have to go all the way back to start the time thing, which is kind of annoying. So, yeah. Tomb Raider 3 involves time penalties, and there's like targetings. You can shoot like those little targets you can shoot down.
Yeah.
And you can actually carry Lara's pistols around her mansion as well.
Okay.
So that's what the third mansion's like. So,
but we'll cover that when we get to Tomb Raider 3. Eventually, when you finished recording it.
If I can fucking get through it. Jesus Christ, that game is hard.
We haven't gone back to it in a while, to be honest with you. So.
Well, when it comes to Tomb Raider 3, I think...
You need a break from it because it's hard.
Yeah, no. I've done most of the levels, though. Like I said, I enjoyed the South Pacific levels. Those were really fun levels.
So, you beat the course, 1 minute 19. So, there's quite a fair bit to do around the home other than that, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a maze, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a labyrinth where you can get yourself lost. But there's also a secret area which you can go down there to pick up some flares, and there's also the switch you activate, which activates the basement.
That's the area where I found out that you constantly chuck your flares in the PSP version of the game.
Yeah.
Well, you know, PS Vita, you know, the PSN store download onto the Vita. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Also, another thing is that you can find a lot of Lara's treasures, and over here's a switch, right? You press the switch and you can play the Venice music in the background. So you can play. So it's like your little stereo player you can play with.
Damn, it's just a pity that there's no kind of like, you know, that you can't choose
your own songs.
Yeah, a bit more music.
Yeah, I know.
God, he follows you everywhere, doesn't he? Is that?
I know. It's creepy.
Are you trying to lock him in the?
Yes, I am. Everybody who's played this game locks him in the fridge. My friends who couldn't even play the game and beat it said they went to Lara's home and locked him in the fridge.
I'm really surprised that Lara doesn't get pulled up on a murder charge.
I know.
Or attempted murder at the very least. How the hell...
I know.
I have a question. How does he get out of the fridge? Because he does get out of it. How does he do it?
I have no idea.
Does he sort of like phase through the door or something?
Well, actually, when you lock him in there, he's locked in there for good. Until you go back, of course.
Really? Because I can't remember if it was this or the 3, but he constantly ends up getting free.
Oh yeah, in 3, what happens is that he will appear as normal, right? But once you've done the obstacle course, you'll actually have a shooting range target on him.
Ooh,
so he'll have a targeting like jumper on him for you to shoot the crap out of him.
So this is the fridge.
Yeah.
But there's only meat in the fridge.
I know.
Doesn't Lara eat anything else? Jesus Christ!
I know.
She kills all the animals in like the first.
I'm surprised she doesn't have like a
Tomb Raider
T-Rex
game
in there.
And just.
I'm surprised she doesn't have one of the reptiles.
Poor bloke.
Yeah.
Sorry, but he is a poor bloke.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want him to follow you around, you can just lock him away. It's quite funny.
So swimming pool's down there.
Yeah, and they included a diving board for you to jump in.
Like
in the first game, there was no diving boards, whereas in the second game, there's a diving board up there.
Okay, well.
And in the third game, there's a hidden switch, which we'll talk about when we get to 3, which if I can beat it.
You can beat it.
Yeah, I can. Just takes a while. It takes a lot of memorization and practice.
And patience.
And using your brain a lot.
So there's like I said, there's a maze outside where you can get
lost.
A hidden area. There's a hidden area where you can pick up flares and
you can
try and attempt to get into the cellar, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
which you don't do you?
Nah, I'm going to perform this very funny glitch. You can actually get on top of Lara's home by performing this glitch on the corner side, and you can actually jump outside of the fence there. You notice there's like a gate there that you can't go out.
Yeah.
You can perform this glitch to get on top of the mansion, jump on the head mage, and then go all the way to the back, and then actually perform this very funny glitch. It makes Lara look like she's wanking herself. But yeah.
Okay.
So this is how you perform the glitch.
I'm surprised you didn't show off the hidden area though. Never mind.
Yeah. Got an idea of what it's like though. Why am I aiming forward? Look left, Lara. To the left. To the left.
To the left, to the left. Oh, wow.
Exactly, that's what happens. You can do that in Tomb Raider 1 as well though. If you can actually, if you actually roll on one of the corners, you can fall for the top of the mansion and just
Oh my
crumble.
god!
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows about this. So now we're on top of Lara's mansion.
Wow, rooftop run.
Yeah, it's quite a massive place to explore though. It's like its own game in a way.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why so many people love it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah!
Well, a lot of my friends who couldn't get into Tomb Raider usually just played Lara Croft Home though. Like James used to play this all the time. He's a friend of mine. He used to play this all the time when he had Tomb Raider 2. So you could run on top of the head mage. Mage, I mean, I'm thinking of Final Fantasy, freaking hedge mage. Maze. Ah!
Maze! Not mage!
I'm getting confused with Final Fantasy, sorry guys.
Mage is like a magician, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Can you actually get outside the mansion?
Yeah, you can, if you do it like this.
Oh, wow. But there's nothing out here.
No. In Tomb Raider 3, you activate
And you
the
can't
switch.
get back in?
No. In number 3, you activate the switch, you run out of there, then it ends Lara Croft Home. But there's a funny glitch I'd like to show you. There you go. Now you're stuck.
And you can't get out at all?
Nope.
Okay,
I did that just for the lols.
so now we're actually going to start the main game.
Yep. The first level of the game is the Great Wall of China, where she's going to try and find the Dagger of Cheyenne, which the story pretty much explains itself. So it's kind of like the skill in a way.
Okay, so here comes the story. We actually kept cutscenes in this time.
Yeah.
So...
Learnt my lesson. But again, this was like the first Tomb Raider game I actually did, so then I went to the first game.
Yeah, which is kind of unusual that you kept
Yeah, I
the
know.
cutscenes in this one, but you didn't in the second.
I know.
First one, when that was the second one you played, but never mind. I edited them in. But
That's an interesting post. Her walking up the Great Wall. But then it starts her sliding down here.
it doesn't look anything like the Great Wall. So, as far as first levels go, what would you say this one's like?
Pretty damn good actually. It's got a lot of good traps, good puzzles, and it's just a lot of fun to play. And all I can say is you've got to be good at Tomb Raider 1 if you're going to be playing this level, because they throw a ton of shit at you. They throw.
So you would say that for a first level, it's actually kind of challenging.
Very, very challenging.
Okay, so obviously...
So this game is actually a lot harder than the first game.
So this game kind of counts on you having, you know, it kind of almost expects you to have played Tomb Raider 1.
Yeah, kind of. Or you could just use Lara's Home to train yourself.
Yeah.
So that, because Lara's Home is more of the training level.
I like the fact that it's an optional training level and that you can kind of spend as much time there as you please, rather than, you know, in the first game you weren't there for very long. Once you finished it, that was it. You left automatically.
Yeah, and in this game you can actually stay in Lara's Home as long as you want.
Yeah.
And plus you can do, there was more features to it really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're on the Great Wall.
So now we're on the Great Wall. This looks a little bit more familiar, but it is rather wrecked, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that you're killing now?
A crow. Multiple crows.
Oh. Because Lara still loves killing animals.
Yep. She's always loved killing
It
animals.
looks more like an... You sure that's a crow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or an eagle. Could be between the two.
It better not be a bloody eagle.
Yeah, the tiger's going to jump out of nowhere and kill us as soon as we get the key, which is in there, which opens the gate. So that's a new move they introduced.
Lara's especially got a thing against big cats, I've noticed.
She's got, not just big cats, she's got everything against animals in general.
I mean, big cats especially because lions and panthers in the first game, and now tigers.
Yep.
Wow.
And guess what?
They don't take as many bullets, do they?
No, they don't. Except for the human enemies.
So they're still like Terminators.
Yeah. Well, not as bad though, because they will drop dead. Unlike in the first game, where they can just run around like they are indestructible.
Oh, that's fair enough then.
So it makes a bit more sense. In this level, there are 2 T-Rexes as well.
T-Rexes?
Yeah. In the
What,
Great
the-
Wall of China.
What, like raptors or...
Normal big T-Rexes, like the one in the first game. There's 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are they then?
You'll find out. It's a secret that Dad never actually saw. He never knew that until I showed him that.
Okay, and do you show it off in this playthrough?
Yes, I do. Because I actually got all the secrets in Tomb Raider 2, so I found all the dragons in the game. Because in this game, you've got to find 3 dragons, which are jade, stone, and gold. And once you find all 3 of them, then you get a ton of bonus items. You can get a grenade launcher early in this level if you can actually get all the dragons. So yeah. More spiders to kill that drop out of nowhere.
Oh, well, I don't mind if she kills spiders.
Because you hate spiders.
I don't like spiders. I will be honest with that. But
Here's a funny glitch
I
you can
would-
perform as well.
Okay. I would take spiders over wasps any day of the week. Okay.
So it saves you the trouble of having to push that block.
Okay.
Yeah. Now this is where it gets tough. Now, you can obviously walk all the way down there and avoid those slicing, discs. Or you can just climb up there and just move yourself to the right, and then you'll be safe.
Hold on, you said this was supposed to be tough.
Yeah, if you go through it normally. If you go all the way to the top. If you climb on that, however, and go all the way to the right, you'll be safe.
Ah, fair enough.
And looking back, I used to die on this so many times when I first played it. I was like, I looked to the left and I went, I could just climb that, move to the right. Oh my god, what was I thinking?
Maybe that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Well, it's that you let you choose though between the 2. Either you want to walk through there suicidally, or you can take the safe part.
Yeah. Why would you want to be suicidal?
Because she's Lara Croft.
It's got to be a badass.
Mhm.
Oh god!
Yep. Make sure
Spikes and boulders already.
automatic pistols. Those are automatic pistols.
Oh
Automatic
god,
pistols.
walls that close in on you as well.
Yeah. More slicing blades as well. And crumbling tiles, which has spikes in them. So you've got to keep moving.
Oh my god.
See, you've got to have a lot of skill in Tomb Raider 1 before
Ah!
you play Tomb Raider 2.
This is kind of brutal.
Yeah, and it's the first fucking level.
But you still maintain that Tomb Raider 3 is harder.
Yeah, because Tomb Raider 3... Well, because in Tomb Raider 2 you know where to go and what puzzles to solve and that. And they actually give you worse traps in this game, trust me. Tomb Raider 3 gets harder than this.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 3 is actually the hardest game in the series, in my opinion. Because they throw so much traps at you. It's harder to figure out where you're supposed to go, It's quite hard. Because the levels were big. They were just massive.
So you would describe this game as tough but fair.
Yeah, that's probably why it's my favourite. Because Tomb Raider 1's quite easy, looking back. So Tomb Raider 2 actually had a bit more action going for it, and just more improvements, really. It's like the first game, but more improved. Now, those are some flares to pick up.
Flares are a new addition, right?
Yeah.
They basically means that you can actually see where you're going when
In
it's
dark
dark.
areas.
Yeah.
And you can also toss them down to see what's below you just before you jump down there and think about committing suicide because it's too dark down there. Climbing down this big massive ladder, and this is where we get to fight the first T-Rex.
So there's a T-Rex down here.
Yeah, there's 2. There's actually 2. You fight this one first, you grab the secret, you come back out, and then it's going to be another T-Rex.
God almighty, why is it with Tomb Raider and T-Rexes?
Yeah, well, in Tomb Raider The Last Revelation and Chronicles and Angel of Darkness, there's no T-Rexes. In the first 3 games, there are T-Rexes.
Well, in the first game, the T-Rex was kind of difficult. Not.
Well, actually,
It
no,
was-
no,
in the first Tomb Raider game, the T-Rex was really easy. It just ran around like...
Yeah, but this
No.
takes more bullets to kill, though.
Would you say this T-Rex pays more attention to you than what the Tomb Raider one does?
Well, it's not as bad as Tomb Raider 3. I mean, fucking hell. Remember when I fought that with my pistols? It took practically forever to kill.
Why didn't you use a different gun then?
To save ammunition for my weapons later on in the game.
Okay.
Because using your unlimited pistols does help save ammo. So now I've got myself a grenade launcher with 6 rounds and a small medipack.
The dragon?
Yep, another dragon? You mean T-Rex?
No, a bit...
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. So there's another T-Rex to kill. In Tomb Raider 1 and 2 it's not that difficult, but in Tomb Raider 3 it's evil. I had nightmares at that stage.
All I can see is a T-Rex running around like an idiot. Almost like it's drunk. And doesn't seem to know that there's a human waiting to be eaten.
So that's T-Rex down. 2 of them down. And you notice how Lara has a ponytail now?
Yeah, she's got a plait now. Don't make no difference, but, you know. At least there's consistency between the cutscenes and... Yeah. Ah!
You alright there?
Yeah. Tired. Oh. So climbing...
So that's a new ability. You can climb ladders and you can perform a mid-air roll, which you can use underwater as well. So those are the new moves they introduced.
Okay.
And they've got a larger arsenal of weapons. So now you've got yourself a grenade launcher, a harpoon gun, and an assault rifle. And they replaced the magnums with the automatic pistols, which you'll see later on in the next level, which is in Venice, which is my favourite level in the game. Because Venice is actually the best level by far, along with the monastery. More spiders to fucking kill. So that was the mid-air roll ability, if you call that.
Oh, I remember like being told that they were planning on making this theme park over in Britain that's going to be about the size of Disneyland Paris, if not bigger. It's going to be amazing, but they can't build a theme park there because it's one of 2 places in Britain where a particular breed of spider live.
I know.
And yeah.
I decided to be suicidal there. Ah, runs the...
Oh god.
So if you're really good like me, you won't get attacked by... You know, you don't have to fight the tigers in general. So anyway, you won't have to fight those tigers if you're very good at it. So it's the end of the level after this cutscene.
Pardon me.
Naughty boy.
Naughty boy indeed.
Look at those muscles.
I know. And her hair just phased through her backpack there.
I'm just like, look at those muscles. Look how big he is, and he's
look at
cowering before a woman.
Look at his skin though. It's like he's got veins all over him. It's like he's some sort of...
My point is, he's a big bloke and he's cowering before a woman with guns.
Yeah.
Fair enough, she has guns, but still. He could snap her neck easily with that kind of, you know, build. Unless he's more fat than muscle. In which case, no, he couldn't.
And he kills himself. I don't know why.
Why should I tell you anything? I would sooner die first.
Yeah, the villain in this game is Marco Bertello.
Okay, never heard of the
He's a leader of the Chinese cartel who are going after the dagger as well. So it's kind of like the first game in a way. So it's kind of like the first game in a way. So now this is the next level coming up is Venice.
And we'll tackle that in the next part.
Yep. See you later, guys.
Sayonara.